What's up, everybody? Back again, another video. Just wanna make a video here. This is gonna be fishing Hopedale, Shell Beach area. Some of the ways I used to go through. I haven't been out here in a little while, but I'll kind of go over the GPS and show you some of the routes you can take. Safer routes so you don't get stuck. We'll start over here. This is by Campo's right here. You can fish this little cut right across here. Sometimes the boat's all jammed up in here like a parking lot. When the water's moving through there, good place to catch trout, reds, all kinds of stuff. Sheephead. And if it's not too windy, you can come out this way in Lake Bourne. You can fish all of these cuts. They got different ones. The water's usually moving. Let me see if I can get us over here. All right, so this is, oops, moved too much. So you can see these cuts right here that I've gone and fished in. This GPS doesn't have all my stuff on it because I lost a lot of it, but you can still see a couple times on this one that we've gone through here. And they got some rocks on this points. You can fish. Great fishing spots if it's not too windy. I usually try to have a plan. If it's gonna be windy, we try to fish more in the inshore spots. This little spot right here is a really good spot. Right about there. You can drift through there. You can fish this point right here is really good sometimes. You just gotta watch. Sometimes they got boat traffic flying through here. They'll run you over. I'll follow this, down this. This is a safe route too, through the Biloxi Marsh. You can follow this all the way to Bayou St. Malo. And I'm probably gonna cut this video into 2 videos so it's not too drawn out. Let's see, a couple times I went fishing up in here. Okay, correction here. This isn't the one that goes to Bayou St. Malo. Like I said, you make one wrong turn in here, you're gonna be stuck like Chuck. So that one I just went in and fished. Been a while since I've been out here. Let's see here. Where's the other one I went in at? All right here. You see where this one says proven route. All right, so it'll be one of the first inlets. I'll zoom out so you can kind of see about where it is to Shell Beach. Campo's. Come out here, right here. You can pause this video to where you can go back and, I don't know, if you watch it on your phone, you can screenshot it. But this right here is actually a proven route, which is right pretty much most of the time. I haven't had too much problems with it. I mean, my boat doesn't draft too much. It's not, I can go in fairly shallow water, so. But I have turned mud, not on this proven route. Just stay in the middle. Don't hug the turns too tight. And you'll be fine. Let me see here. Proven route. So we're gonna follow this all the way through. I'll try and zoom out a little bit. You can kind of see where it follows. And this is the one I believe that goes to St. Malo because it's a cut through. So all these turns, and I turn right here, and as soon as I turn, it was full of grass. Like, they probably got some reds in there if you could get through all the grass. There might not be grass in there right now because it's getting a little cooler out, but it was a lot to where I turned around. I actually made a wrong turn on that point. You can go through here. Let's see. Trying to make this easy for you guys to understand. I'm trying to work off of a fairly small screen here. I had a big screen on the boat, but you couldn't see out the windshield, so I went back to a small one. It goes all the way down. And then that was Bayou St. Malo right there. This is all Baker's Canal, so you can see all the times I went all through all of these. Kind of zoom out and go through. This is all proven route as well. Baker's Canal. Sorry, I moved a little too much here. I've been running through these a few times. More good spots over here. So you can fish all up in here. Sometimes I get the waters moving around these points. It is kind of shallow, so just like if you get past this point, you got to trawl in there. Been there quite a few times there, and on this bank too. They got some reds sometimes stacked up over there, and then you can find your way around. You know, I need a pointer. Find your way around this back part over here. Find your ink pen real quick. So you can fish all of that over here. I've fished up in these cuts before, as you can see. We fish in all these points because sometimes they got some reds on them. Try to zoom in a little bit here. Sorry, it's kind of delayed, but it's real satellite images here. This is the LA1 card. It does have some of the oyster leases marked, you know, where they're at, even the ones that are not marked. They usually have some kind of markings. And then you see all these trips out here. Sometimes I'll have some spots like this where it's like a little, that's just chasing birds, you know, and sometimes I'll go back and hit those same spots just because we're chasing birds. So sometimes there'll be like structure or something there, especially if I hit it a couple times and the birds are hitting the same spot over and over. If you do a couple circles around, it'll mark the spot on the GPS for you to know, hey, we can fish this spot if we're, you know, if you're having a hard day trying to put a box together or whatever. Always try to plan, you know, have redundant backup plans for everything, you know, for fishing, for the wind, for the weather. You know, if the weather goes south, where are you going to go? You got a place to go hide, duck off to for safety. That's always good to keep, you know, keep that in your plans as well, because I've been in out in the bay, Elwha, and it was sketchy. Been out under the rigs when it got bad, and I've rode it out there a few times. Definitely sketchy. But you see all this is all proven route. It's marked right here. You can see it even shows the date I was fishing this. So January, March. Let's see, where are we at here? Try to zoom out. Try not to have to edit this video too much so that way you guys can follow some of this. Let's see where we at. Are we in the bay? I think so. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Yeah, so this point, this was a point I'd said in one of the other Hopedale videos. Right here, you come around this bend right here, and there's concrete underwater reef, those big concrete things with the holes in them they use for like erosion, and they're all right here in a line, and they got like an opening right here with some signs, you know, don't go in here or whatever. So just try and stay on the outside. Try not to fish over it. If you fish over it and a crew boat passes by and your motor's close to those, you could be beating your boat up against those. So just be super careful of that. Usually the water's pretty clear. You can kind of see where they're at, and they're pretty well marked. Beside that, I just don't want you to go, you know, out there and you go get your boat all beat up. So anytime you go with new territory, you always gotta pay attention to everything and kind of use different landmarks to figure out where you're at. I will be doing some other videos on boat safety and float plans and Coast Guard checklist as well, because there's a lot of new boaters, and I figured this platform would be a good place to put some of these videos out to help some people that don't really know, and you know, it could be very helpful and, you know, good for their safety as well. Not everybody thinks about all those little details, and me being a mechanic, I think about all the backup stuff. You know, if a dead battery, well, you know, different things that could go wrong, you know, if you got fuel issues or whatever. So we'll do some more videos on boat safety and stuff like that, but we'll just try and stay on this video. We're just gonna stick with this. I'm trying to get to the trash pile, which is right, the honey hole. So I can show you guys. Pretty sure this is it. It looks like it. You can see how many times we hit this one up. All right, I'm trying to keep this in the frame here. All right, so this is like the community fishing spot, we're gonna say. So they got, when you pull up, and this is the trash pile right here. So it's a big old concrete thing loaded down with all kinds of scrap metal. They got like a wellhead right here. There is a like a pier with pilings, got a light, and another pier with piling with lights. This is a working rig, so I don't recommend going anywhere on this side where the crew boats come in right here, or anywhere over here, because there's a lot of obstruction. But you can come in here and you can spot lock it right here. There's a piling that's right below the water next to this. If you just stay in the middle right here, you'll be good. There's a piling right on the corner under the water on the back side of the trash pile. And there's a lot of debris up in here, but if you fish right here, like if it's windy, you can sit, if you can make it out here when it's windy, it actually will block the wind, and you can sit here and fish all morning without having to worry about it being, you know, bouncing around too much. It's just a matter of getting out here sometimes. If it's too windy or whatever, you know, you just have to try some of the other spots I'm going to show you. So these are all good fishing spots. They got a crane like right here, and this crane, they always got reds. You know, you can fish right between here. There's pilings all right here. I think the crane's actually right there. Yeah, so you fish right between here, and then you can drift over, and they got a little bunch of pylons right here, and you can tie off if the water's going like this way. And you can fish this and cast right in here, but don't go like too far past these little pylon lines because you'll get snagged up. But man, we catch so much trout, and sometimes you catch some drum, sheephead, a lot of speckled trout. It's always been like a easy spot to go and catch trout, you know. We've lost a couple of fishing poles out here. They're probably still down there. We never could get them, but all right. And this is in Bay Elwha, so we still got a few more spots. So I'm gonna try to run over real quick before I make this video too long. They have a second wellhead that's about a half a mile from this one. So, you know, sometimes if it ain't biting at that one, you go hit the other one, and then you could go back to it a little while later and hit it again. Sometimes they'll turn on and off like a light switch. Trying to zoom out so I can find it here. Give you a better view here. Kind of where we're at. And there's Dead Man's Island. You used to be able to just fish the water running through it. And we caught some big doormat flounders out here when it's in season. Then you could drive a boat through it. Now, I don't even know if it's probably even there anymore, but used to get there's a lot of birds on there, pelicans and stuff. But there's another wellhead that's like, when you fish in here, it's like to the right and up here, I think. Yeah, right here. This one's another fun one to fish. So this one's got pilings along right here that you can fish. And then they got a spot where it looks like you could drive a boat under it. And we went under it. I've rode out under storms in here. It's sketchy. I won't do that again. They actually have where you cast right underneath it. I mean, they always get big old redfish under here. It's like a old rig that's like a platform, big steel pylons, and plenty of structure. I mean, you just drift around this thing or trawl around it and fish, and it's amazing. And then we go. Usually, I'll take a run to the rocks from here if they're not hitting at these two spots, and you can go run down. It's a little bit of a run. Zoom out here because it'd be easier to. Short rocks. And man, we've caught, sometimes we go here and right on fish this point and they're on fire, and sometimes it's hit or miss, you know. But you can catch, like, man, we caught like 30 sheephead right there. Nice, big, huge sheephead, which is good eating too. Try to zoom in here so you can see. Yeah, so this is all rocks right here. And you could they got a proven route here. You could probably come from the Spoil Canal and it'll take you out this way. I've never actually went through this ball canal. We just always went the other way. Less boat traffic. But we'd fish this whole point right here. And if you just point, if there's no boats, there's usually a boat there. But if there's no boat, when you pull up, fish there. If not, just fish next to it. When they move, you can get right there. I don't recommend fishing the bottom, but you could fish it kind of deep under a cork or shallow under a cork and get just about anything you want. And that's just right there at the short rocks. Then we're gonna run back. On the way in, I usually try and go over here to Bayou Tree, because you can go right from Bay. So like if the weather goes to get bad while you're out here, and you're trying to find some safe place to go. Right off of the Bay, you can basically go in this way. Let me see here. Yeah, I think this is a spot. They had a camp that was right here, and we had to run for cover one time, which is a good place for having a a safe place to go to. This is all proven routes right here. From Bay Elwha, get you Bay Elwha up this way, Treasure Pass, Bayou Tree, and there's Blonde Lagoon. They got some big old holes up in here, right on these points, going into Blonde Lagoon, and you can fish those spots. And like I said in the other video, if you're fishing in here, you're not gonna drive from here to there to fish the other end of it because it's too shallow. You just fish here, fish these points. Sometimes it'll have some the water coming around that point right there. And you can find trout up in there. Sometimes with big reds. I mean, we got spooled by stuff before. I couldn't tell you what it was. Probably sharks or who knows, but some big stuff, And that's in shallow water too. I mean, like we're talking like 2 feet of water, 3 feet of water. But it does get really shallow if you go in there on low tide. And I'll fish both ends and further up in there too. But Baker's Canal, so let's see. You come out this way. I'll talk about the hole on this one. All right, well, this video, I got another minute or two, and then I'm gonna cut this video into another section here. I kind of went over this a few minutes ago, but I think I forgot one spot. And I think I did a loop to mark. Yeah, so this old wellhead's really good. And this is, you can kind of see what the coordinates is. Let me see here. Kind of show you where that's at. I got one thing holding my phone, and I got a little easel holding the GPS hooked up to my jump box here. I bought an extra power cable off of Amazon for like 10 bucks, and I can take my GPS, hook it to my jump box, and then I can bring it in the house. I do have the Garmin app where you can hook to your phone, but I never can look at the trips I went to on the app on my phone. It's stupid. So, but this wellhead right here, so they got some holes that are like right off of here. Like you can fish this point right here where the water's coming past at all times. That's a good spot. But right here, they got some, it goes from like 4 foot, 6 foot, and then it drops to like 12, 15, and then it goes right back to like 6 foot. There's like a hole right here. There might be one right here too. I got a couple of them. All right, well, that's enough for this video. Stay tuned to the next one. And I'm gonna do another one for Grand Isle, some for Leeville, and we'll see what other ones I have on here. I'm gonna try and help you guys find some fish, man. Tight lines. Stay tuned for the next one. Later.